My name is Caleb. I'm in the 7th grade.
My name is Riley. I'm in the 4th grade.
My name is Ani. I'm in the 4th grade.
I'm in a documentary class. I'm after school program.
We're making a film about historical preservation.
What is historical preservation?
How am I supposed to set up a tripod?
Why should I care about doing this?
What do you mean I'm going to interview the mayor?
I can't even turn on this camera.
So could you please introduce yourself to us at first?
Yes, my name is Steve Thompson, and I'm a producer.
Okay, so I know that you deal with historical preservation a lot, and I know that you came to YouthCity and asked us to do this documentary. So can you tell me a little bit about why you wanted this documentary to be made?
Well, the thing that I identified is that your age group, your demographic, don't really know a lot about historic architectural preservation and how important that is just to our lives and to our community as a whole.
So you just wanted to kind of bring it to us and let us know about it?
Well, in the broad scope of things, my objective was to teach an audience or a group of people that hadn't maybe even thought that architectural historical preservation was important, to expose them to this element of life. And the best way to do that is to, through the new media, is really to number one, document what we're doing and to tell the story of a building. And the exciting thing about telling a story and about documenting a historical structure is that when you get into the research, you learn so many things about the building and about the people and the lives that entered its doors and that really shaped and touched the whole community.
How do I say it?
Hi, we're here in front of Discovery Gateway, about to interview the educational director, Lisa Thompson.
We're standing right outside Rick Graham's store, which is over there. He's the director of public services, and we're about to interview him.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I'm about to interview Mayor Rocky Anderson at the City County building.
You keep some of your historic buildings, preserve them. It's not only a reminder of the past, but these are the kinds of places that give us a different feel, a different charm, an identity as a community. If we just rip all our historic buildings down and build new buildings, we're going to be indistinguishable from so many other communities around the country.
You can't just build something like history. History it is what it is, and it is unique, and it's singular, and you just can't replace it.
Historical preservation is about old houses and buildings and old stuff that people want to tear down.
This country, I think we've been way too ready to mow down old buildings and build new structures or cover up our historic structures.
Every opportunity that we have to preserve what is historical and unique about our past is a benefit for you and your posterity and others that follow. It's something that can't ever be replaced.
You know, buildings that have historic value are very interesting. I know when you go into a mall, you think, you know, oh my gosh, look at all these stores, but it doesn't really have a piece of history. It was just made like last year or something.
What kind of stories do you think Ottinger Hall tells about City Creek and the community that Ottinger Hall is in?
That is a good question. I think Ottinger Hall is an artifact from an era when there was a lot more focus on social gatherings of groups of people who maybe had like-minded professions. So this was a place where the Volunteer Veterans Firemen Association could get together.
It's really cool because, like, a lot of people don't get to hang out in a 100-year-old building, and yeah.
It's fun to come to a different place for after school instead of at my school.
What I think about Ottinger Hall is that it's really nice. It has a very good atmosphere, and it's very spacious, you know.
When I get older and they wanted to tear down Ottinger, I definitely would not let them do that. That would be just plain evil, and I really like Ottinger.
I learned that old buildings are cool.
The most important thing I've learned about historical preservation in this class is probably the way that buildings can tell a story.
I think it's good to have historical preservation because, well, it's like if there was no old buildings, then we wouldn't have anything to state our past. And
those old buildings are important to our past, and they are part of who we are, and they were part of who our ancestors were, and so to keep them around is really a good thing.
The most important part about historical preservation is like we can start to see our world a different way instead of just seeing like skyscrapers and like other just like regular houses, and like we can see like how people used to have things and what things used to be like.
I would say that I am passionate about historical preservation.
I think learning in this class is much better from learning a book, because if you're just learning from like a book, you're being kind of bored and you're just like, oh, this is boring, you don't want to do this. And if you actually learn from and have fun at the same time, like I said, it just gets more interesting.
I think everybody, when they see buildings like this, can understand the great value of maintaining these historic places.
Thank you.